the Alzheimer Scotland Student Research Programme next. So in 2022, Alzheimer Scotland, with support of the Scottish Dementia Research Consortium, established the Alzheimer Scotland Student Research Programme. So the purpose of the programme is to support the next generation of dementia and brain health research by funding studentships at institutions across Scotland. So the programme funds master's studentships, but also supports professional and personal development of the successful awardees through opportunities such as developing research, communication skills, learning about dementia with those with lived experience, and networking opportunities. The voice of people with lived experience of dementia is at the heart of influencing which projects will be funded. Representatives from the Scottish Dementia Working Group and the National Dementia Carers Action Network, and they both have a stand at the back there, can play a key role in selecting the studentships and work closely with students throughout the course of the research project. So they are very involved in what's going on here. So I would like to invite Kelly Kelly from the Alzheimer's Scotland Centre for Policy, who was last year's successful student, discussing her MRes project so far. She comes.
Hi everybody, I'm Kelly and I'm currently undertaking the Masters of Research, which is funded by Alzheimer's Scotland and hosted at UWS for the Alzheimer's Scotland Centre for Policy and Practice. I'm also a registered nurse as well, a registered mental health nurse, and I'm passionate about supporting people with dementia and their families as well, and carers. So this was a perfect opportunity which came up to kind of move my career onto research. The MRes has been a great foundation to start all the different skills that I need to be a research and follow a career in research as well. It's been an incredibly supportive environment. I'd just like to say thanks to Alzheimer's Scotland, National Dementia Carers Network, Scotland Dementia Working Group, NHS, the SDRC, and my supervisors, Anna and Eileen. Everyone's been really open and sharing their expertise with me. It's been really fantastic. So I'll give you a quick overview of the project. So it's about young onset dementia and trauma-informed care. So people with young onset dementia experience a greater time on the diagnostic pathway, which can increase psychosocial barriers and stress. So things such as if you've got young onset dementia, you're under 65 years old, your relationships, employment, if you're a parent as well. So what this project aims to do is really how, as health professionals, can we incorporate a trauma-informed pathway into the diagnostic process, pathway of those under the age of 65 years old. So while trauma-informed care may be implemented by health professionals through their own practice, it is subjective, and really if we could build a pathway that actually has a trauma-informed pathway that we use in the diagnostic pathway for people under the age of 65. So I'm undertaking a scoping review, so that just allows me to consolidate the gaps in the knowledge and also the literature that's already there as well. And my current findings have shown that there is a gap in knowledge when it comes to applying trauma-informed principles to the diagnostic pathway for young onset dementia. An interesting finding I found was that trauma and re-traumatisation was often a result of people who were diagnosed and felt the loss of identity, the loss of where they fit in the community, their relationships, and it was these things, these day-to-day things that was actually prompting trauma or re-traumatisation as well from historical trauma. And as a health practitioner, it's sometimes quite difficult to recognise when somebody is feeling distressed or if they're masking as well. So my ethics, I'm undertaking 2 ethics applications. So one is with the University of West of Scotland, the other is the NHS, the IRAS application. So both, I've submitted both applications, and my IRAS one, I've got the committee meeting at the end of June as well. So this, for a first time, as being a first time researcher, this has been a really great experience. Actually, just looking beyond, you know, applying as a mental health nurse, applying like ethical practice, but actually bringing it all together, seeing it written down. How can I manage informed consent throughout the project, and the safeguarding and well-being of everybody involved? So it's been a really, really good experience. And once they are approved, then I'll move on to my recruitment strategy as well. So the methodology, it will be a qualitative research design in the form of semi-structured interviews, and that will be with those who are diagnosed with young onset dementia under the age of 65 years old, a health professional that's involved in the diagnostic pathway, and also a family or carer. So the family or carer, it's really up to those who have the diagnosis whether they want to bring the family or carer into the interview, and then if they do, it will create a dyad format, and if they don't, then the person with the diagnosis would just be interviewed on their own as well. And the framework I'll use is Ritchie and Spencer framework, and the theoretical framework I'll use will be built around the trauma-informed principles. So the trauma-informed principles will guide themes that I see throughout the semi-structured interviews, but also being flexible and open for anything that I don't see that's linked to trauma-informed care as well. This research really does have the potential to influence how health practitioners apply trauma-informed pathway to the diagnostic experience of those under 65 years old. I'll disseminate in loads of different ways. So I met with a meeting group with those with lived experience, and they wanted something that they could read aloud, like in a Word document, for example. I'm making vlogs as well, presentations, conferences, and poster presentations as well. And an update, I'm still doing my literature review. Ethics is still going through just now. I'm attending various events like today, and then I'll develop my recruitment strategy. There's just a list of my references there. If anybody's interested, I put quite a lot of updates on X, that's my handle at the bottom, and also my email as well, just so you can talk more about it, just because I've got a short time today. But no, thank you very much.